cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown him out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
All right, beautiful souls, how are you? Welcome to this lovely hour where we are going to connect, right? Our energies live, immerse, right, in each other's souls and connect to learn, right, how to elevate your energy to not only elevate the spirit of your life, but your business and all, right, that you desire, right? Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, whether you just want to find out, right, what your passion is, what your purpose is in life, because that's when we'll feel true fulfillment. That's what this whole entire hour is about. So who do we have joining us here today? We've got Sarah, hello from Oregon. We've got Lori, hello everyone from amazing Kennesaw, Georgia. Super excited about the webinar. Welcome, I am here. So whoever's joining in, as you're joining in, feel free to say hello in the chat, your name, where you're connecting from, right? This is the beauty of technologies, that we can connect, right, from all over the world. In my live tribe, I have women from all over the world, from Australia, from the United Kingdom, from the United States, of course, Canada. And it's just so beautiful to be able to connect, right, with women, with like-minded souls all around the world, because we each have our own unique gifts. We each have our own unique energy. And when we can tap into that, right, because truly that is your greatest resource, when you know and you can stand in your power and stand in your energy and use that resource to your greatest advantage, that's when doors of open opportunity will open all around you. All right, hey from Denver, what's up? Denver, Colorado, what's up? So we've got Colorado, we've got Georgia, we've got Oregon in the house. I'm dialing in here from the Bay Area near San Francisco, California, and I am so excited to spend this hour with you. Please don't be shy. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, that's what the chat is for. I'll be popping on and off here to kind of show you my grand presentation, because I'm a visual learner, so I want you to be able to follow, of course, my beautiful face, but follow along with me in visual form to learn, right, what is my 4-step process to elevate my energy in just 10 minutes a day. And I see I have a question here. Marina, all right, hello. Hi, Marina. All right, so I've answered her, hopefully. So if anybody has any questions, feel free. There's a Q&A button on the bottom to type your question in. As soon as I see that, I will answer and acknowledge you. Of course, you also have the chat, right, to connect with there. I see I have another question. So excited to be here. Yes, Marina, yes. So excited that you're here with us. Everybody, again, I bless you and I thank you so much for being here today for this hour. Let's see, from Ryan here, for those looking to send chats, please make sure if you want all attendees to see you. Okay. Otherwise, Jessica will be the only one to see your chat. Yes, good point, Ryan. So if you do want everybody else in the group, right, to share your collective energy, please feel free to comment, right, to everyone, right, because there's a way to comment to all attendees, right, or just to yourself, right, or to somebody in the group. So make sure when you're chatting like this, hopefully you all can see me, right? I've typed from me to all panelists and attendees. There's no panelists today, it's just myself. So feel free. Hey, so excited to be here. All right, Marina, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, right? So how to elevate your energy in just 10 minutes a day. Of course, this is a practice, right? It's not like you're going to spend 10 minutes one day and boom, right? The skies are going to open, right? Everything is a practice, but I'm going to teach you, right, how to take this knowledge, how to take this inspiration and really bring it to life, right? Because that's where the magic sparks, right? That is actually true balance. And the reason for the inspiration for this webinar today, March the 20th, which, by the way, happy International Happiness Day. It is also the first day of spring, the spring equinox, which is a day of rebirth, right? If we think about the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, right, that occur in nature, spring is the season of rebirth, right? We've just come out of winter where we're sort of at a standstill. We go inward, we hibernate, And now we are elevating ourselves, right? We are reborn in a sense with this first day of spring. And so we're going to talk all about that and tap into this magical energy today to hopefully at the end of this hour, right, help you understand how in just 10 minutes a day, you can elevate the state of your life by elevating your energy, right? There's three most precious resources that you have, right? And that's time, and that's money, and that's energy. But if we think about it, right, time and money are both energy, right? Time actually is just a construct created by humans to understand the world, right? And of course, we live in a physical world. We don't live on this infinite, right, soul dimension. We connect, right, at a soul level. But time is just a way for humans to understand, right, living in the world today. It's not an actual thing. It's energy, right? It's perception, right? Same thing with money, right? Money is energy. Money is an exchange of value, right, for a service. But energetically, right, when you exchange money for something, you're saying, yes, this is a value to me. I'm giving my energy towards this. So this is what I want to spend some time today, really bringing light to how powerful energy is in your life and how to use that to your greatest advantage, right, to live the life that you truly, truly desire. So now I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to start learning, sister. All right. So let me share my screen here. Okay. Perfect. So today is, as you know, elevate your energy to unleash freedom and flow in your business and your life. A lot of times, of course, we like to think of them as separate, right? It's our home life, it's our business life, it's our children, it's our kids, it's our own personal health and wellness, right? But energetically, everything is connected, right? So when you elevate your energy, you elevate not only the state of your life, but the state of everything that you've built within your life, right? All of your experiences in your life are elevated as a result of this elevation of energy. And of course, you're with your hostess, myself, Jessica Silverman. So lovely to have you here today. If you have any questions or you want to connect during or after the webinar, if you're not already a part of my gorgeous, soul-centered, loving community, please join me in my Facebook community. It's called Alive. Alive stands for Alignment of Love, Inspiration, Vitality, and of course, energy, right? E stands for energy. To request to join, just go to bit.ly/Mozen Warriors. So tell me now in the chat, what is zapping your energy? This is interactive, right? You're not just going to be listening to me, you're going to be engaging in this process. So now I'd love to know, what is zapping your energy, right? What is truly, at the end of the day, right? There's so many things pulling at your attention. What is zapping that energy from you? What are the things that you do in your life that make you feel exhausted, right? That you just feel like you can't get rid of. At the end of the day, you're just drained, you're exhausted, you don't know why. But if you really think about it, there might be these few things in your life that you're tolerating that is really draining you on a daily basis. Okay, Marina says worrying about finances. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's number one, if not one of the top reasons that most of our energies are drained, right? If you think about, why do you go to a soul-sucking job that you hate? Because you need the money, right? Or why are we detached from family and friends and things that we love? Again, because we feel like we need to make money, right? But again, this concept, and we'll dive into this in a little bit, of how money is energy, that's where it really shifted for me. When you learn how to control that energy versus that energy controlling you. And I think that's very, very powerful. Lori says, people who are full of drama. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we call energy vampires, right? There's those people that are just sucking really, literally the life out of you, right? Wherever you're around them. And if you're an empath, they're really sensitive to energy like myself. You can feel somebody's aura when you're in their presence, and you either get like a vibe that is off, either you feel a block, or maybe that drama, right? Every time you see them, they are just trying to, literally, they know you are light and therefore trying to suck the energy right out of you, right? And they prey on people like us, on light workers, on people that are connected, that want to elevate our lives, right? The people that want to bring us down, they are feeding, right, off of our energy, and therefore at the end of the day we feel depleted, we feel deprived from being around, right, these people in our everyday life. So who else? Feel free to engage in the chat. What is draining your energy? So we've got finances, or we've got people who are full of drama, right? Again, these energy vampires that are present in our everyday life. Please feel free to chat and share with us, okay? I'd love to know what is zapping your energy. Okay, Sarah says thoughts of self doubt, overthinking. Yes, yes, I resonate with that so much, right? It's that theory of the Buddhist, right? Monkey mind, right? There's so much going on in our minds, and some of us have more overactive minds than others, or circumstances, right, that dictate that. But these thoughts of self doubt are overthinking, right? Again, that is the battle, the classic battle of the ego versus the soul, right? The ego is trying to protect you. Those are the thoughts of fear, right, that are keeping you exactly where you are, because they're saying to you, hey, Sarah, you want to move forward, but I don't feel comfortable with this because I don't know what's on the other side. So therefore you overthink, right, these situations to the point that you can convince yourself, right, in or out of anything, right? You don't know what's true anymore. You're sort of living life in a fog, in a mental fog, from this overthinking, right? And if you think about it, overloading with anything, right, especially the brain, will cause this, right? You have a plate and you can fill so much, and when that plate is full, it overflows. So the same thing we can do with our thoughts. When we overflow our minds with all kinds of thoughts, right, positive, negative, fear, doubt, love, joy, compassion, that's where we tend to feel this sense of overwhelm. And that overwhelm drains our energy because it's literally depleting it from the source. Sharon says fear of uncertainty. Absolutely. Fear, again, this is related to thoughts of self doubt, right? This fear of uncertainty, this who am I, right? To be this, to do that, right? To make a presence in the world, to get on a live stream, right? And share with other people my story. Who am I? Or fear of uncertainty, right? Taking a leap of faith. How do I know how I'm going to pay the bills, how I'm going to pay the rent, right? I'm going to share with you all of that fear that I had within me years ago when I started this journey, and how I was able to move through that to build a successful business, to build the life that I desired. Because truly, it got to a point, and you may feel this at this point in your journey, where you just can't deal with this in your life anymore, right? This energy, it's just gotten to such a point in your life where you feel so depleted that you simply do not have the energy to continue, right? If we think about our devices, right, you're at 2% battery, right? And you cannot continue until you recharge those batteries, right? Human beings, we are very much the same way. And today I'm going to show you how to do exactly that, how to recharge your batteries, how to have inner stillness within, right? The journey always begins within, no matter what is happening in your outside world, right? Yes, there's going to be fear of finances. Yes, there's going to be people that drain your energy, drama, right? Thoughts, which are the most, I think, powerful presence, right, within ourselves, that we truly limit ourselves more than anything else, right? And that again is energy. Thoughts are energy. Everything in this universe is energy. And when you know, right, awareness is always the first step. When you know and you're aware of what's going on, right, what's draining your energy versus what's giving you energy, you're able to bring that state back to alignment, right, back to the state of balance, where you can truly feel empowered, and from this place, right, activate the sense of awareness and take action. And we're going to do that today, right? In just the next 45 minutes, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can do that, literally in 10 minutes a day. So let's continue and venture on our journey, shall we? Okay, I'm going to share my screen again with you. All right. So what's zapping your energy? So does this sound like you? You want more energy, but you can't seem to find the time to refuel. You feel a desire to do it all, and then you leave yourself feeling exhausted before you even start. And I can't tell you, when I was starting my business, how much this theme was present in my life, right? I want to do it all, right? There's so much calling at your attention, right? There's this email and this webinar and this class, and right, there's just so much going on. And by the way, thank you for participating in this, but this is truly, I want to bring to light all of these forces, right, pulling at our attention, all of these energies that are ever present, right, in the world, on social media, in your life, right? And some of us are like little children. It's like we want to do it all, we want to participate in it all, right? We want to be there for our children, be there for our husband, be there for our family, but also build a business. And at the end of the day, just thinking about that just exhausts you, right? You feel exhausted before you even start. You've tried establishing a routine, right? So you know that spending 10 minutes a day on this will help you get there, but you just can't seem to stick with it, right? You sign up for a challenge 5 days in, right? You're all excited, and boom, on day 6, something happens. And therefore, right, you're not participating in the challenge for the other 20 days or so, right? It's hard to stick to a routine. And I get that again, because energetically there's so much going on. How can you stay focused, right? How can you find that clarity that you truly desire to be able to make this a practice? And like I said, 10 minutes is that magic number. Studies have been tried and tested over and over again. The 10 minutes is that magic number, right? And if 10 minutes sounds really small to you, think about it this way. And this is how my past life in corporate finance comes into play. 10 minutes a day equals 3,650 minutes per year, right? Towards whatever it is that you desire. Writing a book, starting a business, okay? Being there for your family and friends, just unleashing a passion in whatever way, building a course, hosting a webinar, whatever this is, right? Literally, you can start this today, and I'm challenging you to do this after this webinar with just 10 minutes a day, because consistency is the mother of mastery. So again, you can wish you understand, why do you always feel drained? Okay, so this is what we're going to learn today. Number 1, this is my 4-step process. And then we're going to go in detail through each step so you can really, again, visualize this step in action from the inspiration piece to the action piece. That is balance, right? When inspiration meets action, that is when you can truly feel, right, the spirit of your desires, right? To be inspired, that's the spark. But to truly keep that momentum going, you've got to have that daily, consistent action, right? Again, as simple as 10 minutes a day. So step 1, listen to your thoughts by getting clear. And I understand it's difficult with everything going on in the world, but just a simple practice of taking a breath in and releasing, that is balance, right? With every inhale comes the release, right, of the exhale, right? So even if you're at work, you can make this a practice. I did so in my corporate life. You know, my boss would stress me out. I would go to a quiet place for 5-10 minutes, even a bathroom if you have to, and just close your eyes, get clear, take a few deep breaths, do a short meditation, go for a walk. Again, number 1 is awareness, right? Listening to your thoughts, being aware of this overwhelm. What are you thinking? Why are you thinking? And at the end of the day, asking yourself, is this energetically serving me? Are these thoughts serving me? And if not, right, release, release. And I'm going to show you how. Step 2, now we're going to see the connection between your thoughts and your everyday habits, right? Thoughts create feelings, which creates actions, right? What you think affects how you feel, which affects at the end of the day what you do, right? So this is a concept of how do you see the physical world, right? Because again, if we want to take the concept of time, so time used to be something that zapped my energy. I always felt like, especially when I started my business, I was racing against the clock again because I wanted to do it all, but I didn't have the time. And constantly I'm staring at my watch, staring, oh my God, I'm behind, I'm behind, I'm behind, right? And the more you have those thoughts, you are actually manifesting that action of being behind. But again, this is perception, right? Because somebody may see an hour as a lot of time and somebody can see that as a small amount of time simply based on perception. And if you don't believe me, I want you to think about this, okay? When you are enjoying yourself, right? When you're on the weekend and you're with family and friends and people you love, time flies, right? But when you're at work, and if you love what you do, maybe this doesn't pertain to you, but if you're at a soul sucking job that I was 3 years ago, you're staring at the clock. You are waiting for that 5 o'clock to hit so you can actually go enjoy your life. And that is how time is an illusion, right? Because the time didn't change, right? Those 8 hours didn't change, whether that's 8 hours on vacation or 8 hours at a job, but your perception again, the thoughts, it all starts with a thought. Your thoughts of that experience of time, right, is an illusion because it's all a matter of the seer, right, and how you see the world that you live in. Okay, and I want to share with you one of my favorite quotes from Mahatma Gandhi that really brings this color to life. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. Mahatma Gandhi. So, so beautiful. Step 3, my absolute favorite. So now we're going to soak in the spirit of what I call Zenvironment that reflects your soul's true desires, right? So step 2 is seeing the connection. Step 3 is where we're going to bring this connection to life. How? With pure energy. Again, everything is energy. So the best way to connect back to your purest source is to connect, right? To be in alignment with nature, right? That is energy at its purest source, right? And that reminds me of my favorite quote, which you can see right here in the presentation, right? Come forth into the light of things. Let nature be your teacher, right? Let nature be your teacher. Mother Nature is the most beautiful and most purest source. We are all remnants of nature. So when you think of this concept of I, right, who is I? Well, the I, Jessica Schiller Silverman, of today is not the I that was even last week, is not the I that was a teenager, is not the I that was a child, right? We are ever evolving beings, right? But yet we don't want our lives to change, but yet we are embodiments of change, right? We shed layers of skin constantly. Our cells are continuously regenerating, right? We are again connected to, right, this cycle of life, release, rebirth, right? That occurs in Mother Nature and that also occurs within ourselves. But yet, in our everyday habits and actions, we don't want to go through this, right? We want everything to be positive, everything to be life, everything to be birth. But in essence, true balance, right, to be in alignment is to ride the waves, right, energetically of the cycle of life, release, rebirth, right? If you think about nature, right, spring cannot come about unless winter happens, unless all the trees die and everything, right, goes back into a state of hibernation, shedding again those layers, right, of what no longer serves us. So we are able to reemerge and be reborn anew, right? That is the cycle, right? At a more basic sense, if you think about buying new furniture, right? If your home is already cluttered and you've already got, right, every nook and cranny accounted for, and you want to buy something new and bring it in the house, well, where's the space? Where's the space to put this new piece of furniture if you're not going to get rid of the old furniture, right? So same concept applies here, right? Other forms of pure energy, right, is nature immersion therapy. Honestly, my favorite. If you didn't see my Facebook Live in the group yesterday, please check that out, right? That was my pre-webinar ritual. I went outside. Of course, today is a rainy day. Thank goodness yesterday was not. Soaking in the sun, put my hands, right, on the earth, on a tree, right, which is again that purest connection, right, touching a piece of nature, connecting back to source, right? Feeling that with your feet, right? Grounding. Why does it feel so good when you walk on the beach and your feet are immersed in sand? Or walking on earth, right? Through the grass, right? We feel free. We feel connected because we are immersing ourselves, right, in Mother Nature's purest energy. And we're in alignment again with her cycles, right? Of life, release, rebirth, right? That is the path to enlightenment. Okay, then we have natural alignment, which I have truly embraced the last 2-3 years, and it's completely changed my life, right? Again, how do we connect to nature, to source energy? Through moon cycles, right? Through knowing when is the full moon, when is the new moon, what is the energy, where is the sun and the moon, right? Astrologically at this time, and what guidance can this give you for your life, right? And then we also have numerology, same concept, right? For instance, 18 is a number that is energetically aligned with me. It is the number of life, right? Alive. My group is called Alive. And so I've energetically aligned my business to hold the spirit of this number 18, right? In numerology, which is significant of revival of life, right? Bringing things to life, coming alive again, which if I think about my journey, that describes that so perfectly. And for instance, today, if you're wondering, March the 20th, why did I choose today for this webinar? There's three major events today, which honestly, I only knew of one of them when I booked this webinar, but that is divine intervention at its finest. So it's the spark of the spring equinox, the first day of spring. Again, this emergence, this awakening, right? You are reborn. It's the perfect day to set new intentions, to think to myself, I know what I need to do, but today is the day that I'm going to start, even with 10 minutes a day. Today is also the astrological new year, right? So the moon is in Aries. Actually, I think it has recently shifted into Taurus, but astrologically, right, we're in the time of Aries right now, right? So if you're born in Aries, you know that. That is the astrological birth, right, of this new year. So again, we don't have the new year just in January 1st, and we're in alignment with the moon cycles, and with nature, we can tap into its purest source. Today is also, which I didn't know until this morning, International Happiness Day. So when you're in alignment with the cosmos, with the universe, and you invite the divine, right, again, into your world, truly you can see the magic spark. As I like to think about it, you have three most powerful connections. That's you to yourself, that's you to the outside world, and then we have this higher energy, right, that we can't always see, touch, feel, hear, understand with our five senses, but it's ever present and we know it's there and we feel it, right? That's intuition, right? Thinking from your gut, feeling from your gut, feeling through. And that's how I've made all my decisions for my business, and why I'm sharing with you today how you can tap, right, again, into this energy of intuition, of your pure soul, versus the ego that is the outside world telling you how to live your life, versus you feeling that through your own personal journey. Okay, and step 4 is practice Zen in 10. As I mentioned before, consistency is the mother of mastery. That's what we're going to go through today. But before we dig in, I want to share with you my story quickly, so you know who I am and how I became obsessed with energy. Okay, so there's many, many layers of my story, right? Some of them are weight. I've been every size on the women's scale. But really all boiled down to the fact that I felt unfulfilled with my life, to the point where I couldn't get out of bed every day. I just had no purpose. I had no purpose. I went from job to job to job, all very lucrative positions. Okay, I studied corporate finance, I got my MBA, right? Check off the box of all of these things that society says is the definition of a successful person, right? And I followed that path. But for so many years, I just felt dead inside and I didn't know what it was. I thought something was wrong with me. You know, why am I getting into all these jobs? And within months, I'm completely miserable. And then it just all clicked to me. And maybe it was the entrepreneurial spirit of moving to the Bay Area 3 years ago. But I commuted 4 hours every day to and from San Francisco. Okay, that's how bad the traffic is here. And I moved here to feel free, to enjoy this beautiful place, to again ride this wave of entrepreneurial spirit. But I worked in venture capital for somebody else, birthing their dreams. And I thought to myself, why am I going to again immerse myself every day in this energy where I feel stuck? I don't feel like I can be myself. I'm sitting behind a screen, and of course, I'm doing that here, but I'm connecting with you, I'm sharing with you. I sat behind spreadsheets every day and talked to no one. And I had all these ideas bubbling inside that I would just write and journal as I sat at work. And one day, it just literally, energetically, I was broken. It was the beginning of the new year. I woke up with a severe anxiety attack, and I told my husband, I can't do this anymore. Something has got to change. I can't go to this job, right? Again, I know this fear of finances is ever present, but I thought about this twofold. I thought to myself, I can take the chance, right? And I have only 2 months worth of income to live off of, okay? And living in the most expensive city in the United States, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. 2 months is not a lot. But I said, you know what? I've got to take this leap of faith. I've got to take this 2 months and do what I can with it, because I can always, right? It's a win-win situation. I can always go back to doing what I do, but if I don't take that chance, if I don't surrender, right, to the universe, to this opportunity, and set my intentions towards living a higher purpose, I will never know, right? And that's where all the magic happens. The magic happens when you surrender logic and you dive into the unknown, just knowing and having more faith in yourself than the fears that are keeping you safe. Because those fears, we think they protect us, but they're only hurting you. These fears are only hurting you from staying exactly where you are, right? And again, I only had 2 months worth of money to live, right? To live off of. And I'm just talking about basic finances, right? Electricity, rent, food, um, basic needs. And this is all that I had. But I said, you know what? I'm going all in. I believe in myself more than anything. I have such a gift, right? To share and to ignite and to teach others my wisdom and to help them elevate their life. And that was the first step, again, on my path. And that decision, again, that's something that you can make in just 10 minutes a day. And I wouldn't be here today sharing all of this with you if I wouldn't have taken that leap, right? So for that, I feel extremely blessed. So again, I encourage you to think about why you stay in the situations, right, that drain your energy. What is it truly? What is the underlying fear, right, behind that? And are these stories, again, even true, right? Again, a lot of it is, if you look deeply into these stories, it's perception, right? It's your perception as to your reality. I need the money. I don't have the time, right? These are all illusions of the mind. When you can look past that and understand that that's your perception, and you're able to shift your thoughts and then follow that thought with an action, you're able to see the change happen in your life. Trust me, I am living proof of this in action. All right, so where do we begin? All desires lead back to energy. So here's my take. All right, so now we're going to go through this whole 4-step process in detail. But before we do that, I want to pop in the chat here and see if anybody has any questions for me before I move forward, right? I know, again, that was a lot of information. I want to be mindful of everybody's time, of course, but I also want to be available to you if you have any questions. Okay, answer. All right, no questions. So we're going to move forward. Okay, but again, if you have any questions as I'm going through all of this and my 4-step process, please feel free to share in the chat below. Okay. So step 1, we're going to go in more detail now. Listen to your thoughts by getting clear, right? So you know this. I don't need to tell you this information, right? Meditation, journaling, affirmations, visualization, exercise, right? Unleashing endorphins. There's so many ways to get clear. But what you probably don't know, right, is how to feel that every single day, how to live the spirit of clarity, right, outside of just doing those things, right? And this is this concept that I'd like to share with you called the mirror or the window view, right? So do you see through a mirror or do you see things through a window? What do I mean by that, right? So if you think about it, the reason why we continue the habits that you continue is because they're things that you've experienced in the past that you know and that are comfortable. That is seeing things through the mirror, right? When you look in a mirror, you see a reflection back at you. That is the past, right? You are looking backwards, right? If you think about driving a car, the rear view mirror, you see the past behind you and you're comfortable with that. You know what works, you know what doesn't work, right? And so you continue on that path. But there's another alternative view that most of us human beings don't take advantage of enough. Therefore, we stay stuck in this hamster wheel of continuous habits where we cannot break the cycle. I need a little sip of fresh energy there and water. So that's this concept of seeing life through a window, right? So beyond just being in the present moment, which you know that that's the only place that you can live, right? So we're insane as human beings for even thinking that we can live in the past because physically you cannot live in the past. So why is our body driving with actions that our mind is generating from the past? Okay, so right there's an imbalance. But then we have this concept of, right, and as I'm doing right now, okay, I'm looking out my window, right? So as I'm doing that, not only am I activating the present moment and seeing things as they are right now, which is the only place that I can live right now. Who I am in this moment is not who I was when I started this webinar, and is not who I will be, or you will be for sure, by the end of this webinar. But seeing through the window helps you, again, activate the present moment, the sense of being right in the moment, but also seeing beyond, right? Seeing the future and knowing that because you can only live in the present moment, that's the only space that you can create a brand new future, right? So on this first day of spring, of rebirth, right, of creating this new life for ourselves, that is step one, is to gaze through the window, right? To close your eyes, to have this vision, right, of the future, to see it, right? You have to see it to believe it, right, as human beings. But as I like to say, and this is my own quote, when you surrender logic, you are able to see the world through windows. So what do I mean by that? Right? Beyond just the simple act of looking through a window, surrendering logic is what has enabled me to have this futuristic view, to be able to see when I can't see, but to know again intuitively in my gut, in my heart, that this is my path, and to believe it no matter whether you have the time, whether you have the money. Again, that's perception, but believing anyways and continuing every day to make that step towards what you desire, because that's the difference between all the uber successful people in the world and the people who are not. They had faith and they took action anyways, right? Fear is a compass. Fear is nothing more than a compass to tell you the direction that you need to go, of course, unless you're in danger. But if you're not in danger, that fear is the only thing, that thought, right? That thought of who am I, or overwhelm, or can I do this, right? Or I am not worthy, right? Again, that's probably the most ever present thought between all of us, right? I am not enough. This concept of not enough, and shifting that to a dimension of not only I am enough, but this is how I'm going to live my life in the spirit of that. Even if I don't feel that I'm enough in this moment, I'm going to take that action day by day, and then I will feel that come to life, right? How else are you going to understand as human beings other than to take the action? Then you experience it, then you feel it, right, come to life in your everyday presence. Step two, see the connection between your thoughts and your everyday habits. Okay, this is my zone of genius. I love to connect the dots. I am always thinking when I learn something, how does this pertain to this aspect of my life? And how can I use this to share with my clients and my husband and everybody, right, in my life? Connecting the dots is my zone of genius. But if that's not yours, I'm going to simplify this for you. Okay, so we're talking about some of the main challenges here that we talked about before, right? What's draining our energy? Money, number one, right? Worrying about finances. So now I ask you, if you're financially blocked, how do you handle money, right? First of all, how do you keep your wallet? Because studies say physically, if you keep your wallet in disarray, lots of receipts and trash, or you don't even keep enough money in it, energetically, right, you're setting the tone that I am not enough. I don't have enough. Or even saying such simple things as, I can't afford this, versus I choose not to spend my money on that, right? Again, same concept, but you're thinking from a perspective of abundance versus a perspective of lack, right? And so the best way to release, right, those energetic blocks of money is to, number one, have faith and take action anyways, or to find a way to make that money so you don't feel, right, energetically blocked, right? If you don't have it right now, we'll figure out a way to make it. Instead of saying, I can't do this, because the more you say, again, the universe doesn't understand I can or I can't. It just hears the words that come after. So I can't afford, I can afford, right? No, it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of saying, I will, or I choose, right? Again, give yourself back that power, right? Again, another connection. If you're feeling mentally blocked, right, in your business, you took that leap already, right? But you're not making the money that you want to, or maybe you're only serving one-on-one clients and you feel drained because, right, you're giving so much of yourself. You're an empath. You feel what other people feel, right? You're with them on energetically on their level, and you take on, right, these emotions and challenges that they're going through. And at the end of the day, you're left with nothing. You know, you want to do a course, you want to do other things, but you just feel blocked, right? I ask you, number one, right, what are the thoughts that are resonating in your head, but in your physical space, right? What surrounds you, right? What surrounds me right now for this webinar are beautiful purple tulips. You can't see me right now. This gorgeous dancer behind me. I've got my energetic clearing spray. I've got some of my beautiful crystals as part of my collection. Again, I'm creating the space of peace, of deep connection, right? Of clarity, connection, and chi, energy flow, which is what this whole webinar is about, so I can operate from a place of clarity versus a place of mental fog. Okay, if you have challenges at work or in your relationships, right, are you controlling the outcome? Right, a lot of times in relationships, people are in our lives for a reason. Okay, and they're mirror images. So what triggers you about somebody else is a mirror image of something within yourself, typically that needs healing. That's why you're so emotionally invested in whatever that person is doing, because you are trying to control them instead of letting that person be who they are and accepting, right? Again, you are getting in the way by trying to control somebody else. If that's not who they are, then you have to let them be, right? That's challenge at work. That's challenge, right, in relationships. If your career sucks the life out of you, I ask you, what is the real reason why you stay? Hint, it's not the money. It's not the money, right? It's not the money. It's what the money affords you to do. Why is money even important, right? What does that money give to you? And I'm going to share with you what money means to me. And that is honestly the whole inspiration behind this course. To me, my number one word is freedom. If I could think of my corporate life, if I could think of the person that I used to be, right? Which honestly, if you had met me then and seen a video, it's completely different than the person that you see today, because I do the work every single day. Again, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, whatever that is, I am devoted to being my highest self, my best self. And I wanted that more than everything else that goes on. Those things still come up, those thoughts come up. People, right, surround me, energy vampires, but I am protected, right, energetically. I set boundaries. I am not afraid to say no if it does not serve my highest self, right? Because freedom is liberating yourself from all of the energies that are pulling at your attention, right? That is when you're able to operate and live your life from a state of flow. Okay, so step 3 is what I'm going to go into now. If you can't change your habits, right? Because those don't happen overnight, right? We can't just in 10 minutes change our habits. It's program. It's the past. Change your environment, right? So step 3, create an environment that reflects your soul desires, right? And what is this Zen? What is this sense of, right, flow that I'm talking about? Energy, right? Energy flow. When you are able to create space, when you are able to create energy in your mind, energy physically in your body, and then spiritually, right? That connection to your highest self. Again, most good things come in threes, right? When you are able to activate, right? Again, those 3 energy centers, that is when you will truly feel in alignment, right? You can't solve a spiritual problem with a physical solution, right? It all has to work together, right? As one. Okay, so some beautiful ways, right? Again, you're thinking to yourself, how do I activate this chi? How do I activate the sense of energy flow? Here are some tips, right? Mirrors, right? Again, I spoke of that before, how that's looking back at the past, but mirrors can also be used positively to reflect positive energy, right? So when you are in a state of calm, when you are in a state of connection, whether it's after meditation, okay, whether that's after prayer, reading, journaling, whatever your practice is, look at yourself in the mirror and feel that energy naturally radiate back to you, right? That is the way to create new patterns in your brain, new habits, by reflecting that positive energy back to yourself. Light is the one of the most purest form, right, of course, of light energy, right? Basking in the sun, having lots of natural light in your space, or lamps, right, to radiate again that state of light within you, feeling light physically. Artwork is the most beautiful way to activate visualization, right? I'm sure you all know about making vision boards, but having artwork in your home that speaks the spirit of you and your goals and everywhere you want to be can help you attract that into your life. I'm living proof. I live here in the Bay Area, and when I lived in Chicago, which is where I lived before here, I used to travel here for work a lot. I was an auditor, and every time I came here, I used to buy some picture or visual of art from the Bay Area, whether that was the Bay Bridge, whether that was a streetcar. And I remember when I first met my husband, he came over, he said, why do you have so many pictures of, you got the California flag, you got the Bay Bridge, the San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, streetcars. What's with this obsession with San Francisco? And I said, one day I will live there, right? And I manifested that by having that in my aura, energetically in my space, so I can focus on that every single day simply by having the artwork behind me, right? This dancer reminds me of beauty, of grace, of flow, right? Of ease. And when I'm in her presence, I feel that, right? So that is the best way to, right, physically activate that space, right? Having nature in your home. You can't get outside and it's a day like today. Now you can't see out my window, but it's very rare that it's pouring here in March in California, but it is. But I have nature in my home. Okay, I've got these beautiful, now you can see them, these beautiful purple tulips. Why did I pick purple? Purple is the color of divine energy, right? In connection to the universe and to that spiritual essence, right? Of illogic and things that we can't understand. And I wanted this to be with me, right? So spirit is flowing through me now, sharing this wisdom with you because I can't take all the credit, right? I am a piece of this universe just as you are, right? So having nature in your home, if you can't connect with that, having a plant. Got my lucky bamboo here again that we traveled with in the car in between my legs all the way back from Chicago. We call him McGuigan. Not sure how that name came about, but we have that. And I always make sure, again, that we have live, you don't want to keep dead plants, live plants in your home, again, to bring this essence of pure energy. Crystals, again, give you, again, that spiritual infusion. They come from the earth. Each holds a special energy. This crystal, for instance, helps me connect with the right people, right, that want to hear my message, that we are divinely connected, right, at the soul level. And that's why I have this with me here today. Okay, and fire, right? Fire can be destructive, right? Again, this is balance. Too much of anything is not good enough, right? Too much fire can burn, but a healthy balance, right, of light and dark energy can create a sense of warmth, right? And that's really the whole spirit of today, what this spring equinox is all about, right? So what happens in nature today is that we have equal times of light and dark today. So you'll have just as many hours of light as you will of dark. And what is that? That's true balance, right? That's when you feel at peace, when everything is in alignment, right? So it's not a matter of always infusing ourselves with the positive, because that can't be, right? We're not perfect. Days are not always going to be roses and sunshine, but when we can learn how to use those negative experiences, right, to trust a struggle, to see the light within the dark, that's when the magic truly takes flight. Okay, and step 4, again, this is where we're going to take action. How can you activate the energy you desire in just 10 minutes a day? So what is it you've been wanting to do that all these things that are zapping your energy are taking that time away from you? And I'm talking 10 minutes. Everybody, even Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, they have 10 minutes a day. Everybody has 10 minutes a day. But again, it's a shift from, I asked you at the beginning of the webinar, what is zapping your energy, right? If you can make a list, okay, and actually I invite you to do this right now. Take out a sheet of paper and put a line down the column. And on the left column, write what gives me energy on the left side. And on the right side, write what drains my energy, right? So this is the easiest way to figure out how can I do this in just 10 minutes a day, right? So you're going to list all the things that give you energy. And then on the right side, all the things that zap your energy. And once a day, take one thing from the zap and add something that gives you energy, right? And if that thing takes more than 10 minutes, then just do that for 10 minutes, right? So if you don't have an hour to meditate, meditate for 10 minutes, right? If you want to write a book, just start with writing 10 minutes a day, or just writing a blog, or just journaling in your own journal, right? Just starts with 10 minutes a day. But again, when you understand and you have in your awareness, where is the time going? Where is this energy going? How can I take that power back and swap, right? Swap what's zapping your energy for what's going to give you energy, right? At your soul level, you're infusing your mind and body with a daily intention and action. Again, that's the spirit of today in the equinox, right? Light and dark, intention and action, right? Intention is beautiful, setting an intention. But if you don't take action on what I'm telling you here today, it's going to stay just that, inspiration, right? It's going to be something you remember in the back of your mind. A year from now, you'll be like, why am I still here? Right? Or why do these things keep showing up in my life? The universe is trying to tell you something, right? That you've been inspired, you've planted the seeds, but you're not nourishing your plants. You're not watering them. You're not tending to your garden, right? So that's the best way to really bring that to life, right? As I say in Hawaii, I love Hawaii. Activate your mana. This is where you extend your soul energy, right? Which is what you desire into the physical world, right? You're taking what you want, what you truly desire, whether that's better relationships, whether that's more money, whether that's getting out of your soul sucking job, right? Having time to do the things that you love, right? This starts with first awareness of that, and then creating a practice, right, of Zen in 10, right? Zen in 10 minutes, again, is that magic number. For whatever it is you want, take that 10 minutes. So if writing a book is going to take 3 months, start with 10 minutes a day, right? Take that big goal and work backwards, right? And figure out, okay, this is going to take me X amount of time. How many minutes per day do I need to get to that goal? Okay, so now let's reflect, right? Clarity plus connection plus chi, right, equals the key to unlock your desires. So now I want to know, do you have any light bulb moments? What has sparked for you? Right? Again, that's the step one. That's the soul desire. That's the inspiration. Right? So what has sparked with you thus far? I know we only have a few more minutes here, but if you have anything that has come up, I want you to feel free to share in the chat. Okay, anybody? Marina, I feel refreshed. We all need a reminder once in a while that there is more to life. Divine timing, yes, absolutely. That's why I chose today. And you know what? I only knew about one event, and the universe brought me to more. Again, that's divine intervention at its finest, right? There is more to life, and that's the whole inspiration behind this, right? It's all energy when you understand that, when you can connect the dots. Again, clarity, number one, connection, right? Connecting the dots, and then chi, activating, right? That life force, that energy flow, right? Prana, mana, right? Energy, right? As they know in many languages, that's activating chi, right? The Chinese call it chi. That's activating your life force to work for you in your highest potential. Marina, happy to learn that it's happy happiness, right? What a perfect day to elevate your spirits, right? On this day of happiness where you can feel this energy, but not every day we can be happy. And that's where truly, right, the Buddhists say that you can attain enlightenment when you realize that you wanting to be happy every day is what creates your unhappiness. Because when you're not happy, what are you? You're unhappy, right? So truly the way to embrace it all is to flow with the ebb and flow of life. Understand that the negative components of our life, or the dark moments, are only sides of our soul that need healing, right? It's only a space of healing for you, for yourself, to push you in the direction that you need to go so you can live your life's purpose. Laura, this has been a very difficult day at work. This webinar has brought me to a peaceful place. Beautiful. My light bulb moment was spending more time in nature and realizing when I was younger. Yes, yes, and that is another great point. Your childlike spirit, that is the best way to activate. What did you do as a child that you don't do today? And why don't you do that? Right? Why? What in life stopped you from being who you truly are? Because when you're a child and when you're older, that's when you are truly the spirit of who you are. And then during our adult life, right, life sort of takes over and controls us. So the best way to restore and go back to that essence of who you are is to go back and think about, what did I love as a child, right? Activating that childlike spirit. Okay, so again, let's continue. Got a few more goodies, okay? And I want to be mindful of your time, but I've got a little bit more to share with you, okay? So progress is impossible without change. As I said, right, we are ever-present beings of change, and those who cannot change their minds, again, that overwhelm, cannot change anything, right? If you cannot change your mind, you can't change anything, right? It all starts in the mind. So now I invite you. This is divine time, right? As Ryan said, it's divine time energetically in the cosmos to set new intentions, the first day of spring, the astrological new year, to experience what I always craved in my life, and now I teach others: freedom. Freedom from all of these things that are pulling at your attention energetically, and flow, right? Freedom is that spark. Freedom is that instant feeling. But if you can't feel that every day, right, how will that help you when you flow again with the cycles of nature, right? To elevate your entrepreneurial spirit, right? Which is a spirit of who you want to be, to truly live your desires. In Japan, they call that your ikigai. That's your reason for getting out of bed every day, right? For me, I couldn't get out of bed every day because I didn't see a purpose. I didn't see a vision. I felt dead inside, right? And in Japan, people live longer than anywhere else in the world. Why? Because they know their purpose. They know their ikigai. Everybody has a mission in life, right? And as I like to say, if you don't believe that, the day you were born is the day the universe decided it needed you. And so I want you to know that you each are here for a purpose, and I am here to help you, if you don't already know that, to figure that out, right? To see what is it that I have within me, and how can I share that gift with the world, right? The world is in a state of chaos, but if collectively we come together, right, with our magical powers, we can light the world. We can bring light to the darkness and together elevate, right, the collective spirit of our powers. Okay, it is time, as I said, to stop going through the motions, to start living life at a higher vibration, to elevate. This destiny first starts within you. And here you can see a picture of me feeding chickens. That's what lights my soul. Again, connecting with animals, connecting with nature. That's what helps me live life on a high vibration. That nature immersion therapy, that is my happy place. But there are so many other ways, right? Because what if we can't be in nature? Right? There's got to be other ways to diversify and to feel, again, the spirit of freedom and flow in your everyday life. It is time, sister, to ignite the fire within you. Okay, I know you have passions. I know you have desires within you. I want to help you see them for yourselves, to know that you are enough, that you deserve a better life. Okay, and journey on this transformational journey with like-minded souls who feel you, who understand you, right? To have and create this sacred space, right, that I have created for you to all join. And these are some beautiful women that have already committed to experience the true spirit of freedom financially, right? To finally be free of money controlling you, and at heart, right? To be in alignment, right? Where your money is used again for the greater good, to live and fulfill your mission in life, and to use this as a vehicle to channel love, to channel light, to channel abundance and all that you desire. And these are some of the beautiful women that have already done so. You can see by their beautiful aura shining through. Remember, nothing I shared with you today is theory or ideas. These are all things that I have done, as well as my clients, to achieve living a level 10 life. It is all connected energetically, right? That's where it really sparked for me, when I understood that everything is energy. And when I can gain a sense of control of what I can control, that's when I can take charge of my life. That's when I can elevate myself to where I want to be, to fulfill my mission, to fulfill my divine purpose. Okay, so now I'm introducing to you, how can I do this, right? I'm so inspired. I love everything that you're saying, right? I really want to bring this to life every day. This is your invitation to a 16-week, 4-month immersion experience that I have birthed, called Freedom and Flow, right? Divine inspiration, infinite freedom, financial flow, how to live the spirit of your soul and actually make money for doing so, how to live your divine mission and have the universe support you in doing so financially, so you can be free of all of these energetic constraints, so you can say no, so you don't have to feel constricted by finances or by time, right? All of these things, obligations, and you can truly live the spirit of who you want to be, right? So I invite you now to preview this, okay, even as I'm talking, freedomandflow360.com. This is an application process, okay? Because I want, again, the right energy in here, right? I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I have a mission to share and to teach others how I have done this with my life, right? So it's a simple application process to see, is this for you? Is this in alignment? Right? I want this to be in alignment and feel good to you at the soul level. So I invite you. It's absolutely free to apply. Okay. And then when you're accepted, we will talk about how to get you in the course. What is the commitment? Okay. But this is 16-week, immersion experience that's going to help you birth the life of your dreams, right? To experience freedom, to liberate your mind, to liberate your body, to liberate your soul, to live it every single day, right? Not just to be inspired when you're on social media, or you read a book, or you read a quote, or you join a course, but to actually interact with me, right? We're going to have these type of live sessions. We're going to mastermind together and learn how to live the life you desire step by step by step. Yes, even the technology piece, okay? How to get presence on social media, how to connect with like-minded souls, how to host webinars like this and create courses and books and everything that you want to share this wisdom with the world. That's where the magic, again, sparks. Okay, so here are some testimonials from some of my past students, right? If you aren't familiar with me and my work, right, just want to highlight some others that have had great success in working with me, that have, again, not only succeeded in their business, but living a level 10 life in every aspect of their life, right? Again, energetically, it's all connected. So when you elevate your business, you elevate your spirits, your health, your wellness, your relationships, right? All of the dots connect. And it's like all of a sudden you're a whole different being and you don't even know how or why you got there, but you did the work, right? And that's how you got there. It's that 10 minutes a day, right? And again, the 16-week immersion, I will help you bring that to life in a way that makes sense for you, right? In your life, because everybody has a different method. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, it's this 4-step method that helped me be successful, but you've got to find your own flow, find your own groove. And that's truly my gift, is helping others see that which is within themselves and unleashing that power to your highest potential. So here I've got Stevie Deal, right? Just to highlight some quotes, right? Jessica doesn't just focus, right, on what you want, but on balancing all areas of your life to achieve your truest potential. She wanted to work on building her business when she started working with me, but our sessions have brought me closer to being a level 10 in all areas of my life. So true freedom. Experience flow. Right here I've got Meet Stephanie Hall, right? She's telling you she's from one of my past students of my other course called Live Your Vibrant Life. If somebody feels drawn to it, if they want to make the change, we'll find a way to do it. And that's really where, exactly what I said before, if you want this change, you've got to make that change. You've got to take that number one step and invest and say yes to yourself more than anybody else, and believe that you can do it. I know you can do it, right? But you need to feel that within yourself, in your gut, in your heart. If it excites you and it scares you, it's right. It's right. But that fear, when you move through that, everything you desire is on the other side. Stephanie also says, because of noticing these patterns, right? So my course helped her notice, again, these patterns that were keeping her stuck, this past, right? Resonating into her present, into her future, and getting back to her interests from, right, the childhood of when she truly was who she wanted to be. That has given her freedom, right? Freedom. And what is more, to me, that is my favorite word. It lights my soul. It's a word that the energy speaks itself. I've got another beautiful student. She has actually been one of my one-on-one clients and is a student in the new course, Freedom and Flow, the collective experience that I'm inviting you to apply to now. Rachel Polito, founder of Shot of Awesome. She does not know how I came into her life, but what she does know is that these connections were supposed to happen, so that when I thought maybe possibly I might be ready to make a shift, I was there. She didn't know when, she didn't know how. Sometimes she still doesn't know how, but she takes the moves anyways. Maybe you can't see the light, but when you can see the light in the dark, that's when the magic sparks, right? I've worked with her every step of the way to move forward despite your fears. Again, and that's how all of the truly successful people in life have become where they are. That's how they've been able to take life by the horns. And I'm a Taurus, so that's why I use that analogy, right? By moving forward despite the fears, when you don't necessarily know how it's all going to work out, but you have faith anyways, and you know that at the highest level, the universe is your best business partner, okay? And the universe will bring you what you want as long as you set the intention, keep your thoughts positive, again, keep your energy at this high vibration. Rachel says not only has the last 6 months helped to crystallize her business, it has helped her focus in life overall, helping her to look at her lifestyle and decision processes to ensure they're in line with her values. Again, a business that speaks the spirit of her own heart, right? I don't teach something that I want you to be. I want you to feel through who you truly are, and I will help guide you there. That is my gift. That is my divine mission, is not only to inspire, but to help you feel that inspiration within you on an everyday life, so you can live the same life that I live and feel everything that I feel in a way that speaks to your soul. Why? Misha said yes. She saw my gifts and potential, persistently encouraged me to dig deeper, push a little further. Okay, numerologically, she invested on 222, which is a powerful number in numerology, meaning all is well, as an amplified triple because of the 3 2s, right? So she swung her pendulum. Is this the right decision? The pendulum swung to a divine yes, to a glaring yes, and she followed that wisdom. She knew, right, that things needed to change. She doesn't know exactly how it's all going to fall into place, but she trusts her intuition, connection to the divine, my connection to the divine. Again, our collective powers is going to be a group experience. So we're all going to feed off of each other's energy. Watch out, world. Here she comes, founder of Dragons and Dreams. Course begins again, April 18th, 2018. Divinely enough, but not coincidence, it's also my husband's birthday. Okay, so my birthday's not on the 12th, but for some reason I've always been attracted to this number 18, right? In 2018. Okay, my husband's favorite color is green. I am a Taurus. My birthstone is an emerald. None of that is coincidence. Again, colors are energy, right? There's a divine purpose for even the colors in this webinar, because energetically I want to connect to give you the same energy as you are here on this webinar. Okay, so Freedom and Flow 360.com. Again, I invite you to apply. It is going to be a gorgeous 16-week experience. The price is so incredibly low only because I want the right energy in here. Again, it's not about the money. Money is energy anyways, right? And it's all priced energetically to help you attract the spirit of 2018, right? Which is abundance, abundant flow, life, bringing things to life, you coming to life, bringing money, all that you desire, right, energetically for your life, so you can live your divine purpose. And that's it. If anybody have any questions, I'd love to hang around for a couple minutes. Any questions on the application process? Another couple minutes or so. This has been honestly a divine pleasure to serve you, to guide you. I invite you, if you're still here now, just close your eyes. I want to seal in this gorgeous energy that we have birthed on this webinar together. Take a few cleansing deep breaths. Inflow, outflow, aligning the centers of the earth to be in alignment with the cycle of life is breath. Exhale is the release. And such, we are reborn. We are reborn again in every moment. Feel this beautiful light energy coursing through you. Envision the light enrapturing your soul, covering you with this divine inspiration. Bring all your desires to life. Get still. Tune inward. See what your soul is speaking to you. One more deep breath. I invite you to open your eyes, right? And from this place, think about it. Whether you would like to take your life to the next level, right? If you're already an entrepreneur, I have a whole host of topics that we're going to go through, right? Sparking your business desires, setting your intentions, getting brand clarity, packaging, right? Your secret sauce, how to create a package of things to offer that can help you make income and impact in the world, right? The co-creative experience, how to attract your soul sister clients, right? As I've attracted you, how did I find you? Yes, it's divine intervention, but I want to teach you how to learn this energy, to bring that in for yourself, how to craft engaging content, right? That doesn't feel salesy, content that truly speaks the essence of you, right? Creating your freebie funnel, right? Again, all those entrepreneurial terms. I'm going to make it simple and profound and spiritual and feel beautiful, right? So you can feel authentic and truly do what you love, right? Instead of following a marketing chain that doesn't truly speak to your soul. Okay, how to make offers, the invitation, launch strategy, right? How to create live offers such as this. I will teach you all of the technology, again, all the nuts and bolts, things that maybe don't excite you so much, but we're going to find the light again in that darkness and truly move through whatever it is that's blocking you to help you unleash, again, your soul purpose, your true potential, why you're here. We're all here for a divine experience. Marina says you're great. Thank you, Jessica. You are all wonderful. Again, I thank you so much for investing your time with me. I am truly, truly blessed and appreciative. I invite you to apply if you feel a little bit inspired, you feel that spark within you that just says, yes, I don't know how, I don't know why. Just trust yourself, trust the divine plan, right? Trust in me. Freedom and Flow 360.com. Again, if you apply in the next 24 hours, you'll receive a bonus 45-minute strategy session with me. Again, Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who is here. Okay, Celeste, Kristen, Ryan, Sarah, thank you so much for all joining us live. For those of you that will check this out later, thank you so much for investing your time with me. Again, Freedom and Flow 360.com. Don't live the life that you think you should. Live the life that you truly, truly desire. I'm telling you it's possible in a way that speaks to your soul. Let me show you how to elevate your energy to do so. Bye-bye now. Have a good day.